weapons mean nothing. We're probably just going to annoy them with our guns. Pew, 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 pew. You know, they're going to get here, and we've seen how it turns out, right? They fly in, they're going to blow everything up. We've watched Independence Day. We know how this happens, right? Yeah, and even if Will Smith helps, he can only slap like one at a time, you know? So what do? I think about it all the time. Genuine. I think about alien invasions all the time. It is my Roman Empire. Like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Well, I never used to think about this. Like when I lived in South Africa, this was nowhere in my mind. But in America, it's a real thing. Yeah, because when aliens come, this is where they're gonna come. Yeah, they're gonna fly here, they come straight to Washington, D.C., blow up the White House, and they go to other countries, you know, they go to London, blow up Big Ben. You know what time it is? And they fly to other landmarks, blow everything up. I know, it's an issue. America first, I get it. Yeah. When I was in South Africa, this is something I never thought about, ever. Because I knew when aliens invade, they're gonna blow up the world. But the one place they don't go is Africa. Yeah, you've seen the movies. They never invade Africa. I used to watch those movies all the time, and I'd wait. In the movie, the president would come and be like, citizens of Earth, aliens are invading our planet. Then you'd see the aliens invade, and then you'd be like, wait, I guess Africa's not on the planet? What is happening? They never invaded. Can you think of a single movie where they invaded Africa? District 9. No. What? District 9. District 9. No. And screw you for trying to mess up my special. Sitting up there in the balcony like a king. District 9, I tell you. Off with his head. No. District 9, it's a good attempt, but no. If you remember the plot of District 9, the aliens didn't invade Africa. The aliens crash landed in Africa. And then they spent the rest of the movie trying to escape. Because we don't mess around. Hollywood is so messed up. Yeah, it's just like, what's the worst thing that could happen to aliens? What if they were trapped in Africa? Aliens never invade, man. They don't invade Africa. They just never did. I used to think it was because they felt bad for us. Yeah, because as a kid, I used to love watching those movies. I still love watching them now. But as a kid, I loved those movies. Anything with aliens, I was there. And my mom, she would give me she'd make me like a big bowl of popcorn at home, and we would sit on the couch together, and she'd watch all of those movies with me. Not, she hated them, but it said parental guidance, and she took that very seriously. Like one day she was walking past, and then it was like, we recommend parental guidance for this film, and she was like, I gotta watch this, and then she did it every movie going forward. I would have to run and call her sometimes. The show would just start randomly on TV, and they'd be like, parental, and I'd be like, Mom! Mom! And then she'd come in and be like, what? I'd be like, I need you to guide me. Yeah, but then like 5 minutes in, I feel like I was guiding my parental, because she would sit there, and then the whole movie she'd be like, what's happening, Trevor? Who are they? Who are these people? Why are they doing this? What's going on here? I'd be like, Mom, I'm with you. I'm with you. I started this movie with you. So she would make me like a big bowl of popcorn, and we'd sit there, and then the movie would start, and the alien invasion, they'd be like, aliens are invading Earth. And the aliens would fly, and you'd see them blowing everything up, and I'd be there with my popcorn like, first world problems. I genuinely thought, I was a little kid. If you ask me, like, how come you never see them in Africa? I was like, oh, because they feel bad. I thought the aliens felt bad for Africa. You know, there'd be the ship that would fly over each continent to blow it up. And then there'd be one over the African continent, 2 aliens in the cockpit, like, prepare to launch photon lasers. Get ready on your command. 3, 2, 1. Wait, hold on. I think we already did this continent.
I think we've been here. Negative. We've never been here before. Blow it up. What am I blowing up? Look at this shit. Something already happened. What the hell's going on here, dude? What am I supposed to blow up? Who did this? I don't know. Checking now. Beep, 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 beep. It says it was the British. Yeah!
Take that, Great Britain. Hashtag never forget. Now, those alien movies, man, they made my day, but they terrified me. Because every time it didn't go well, the aliens fly in, they conquer the Earth, we win by luck because it's a movie, but in real life, I don't know. It's not good. We have no chance. If aliens invade, we have no hope. Or at least we had no hope. Now there is. And it goes by the name Donald J. Trump. Whoever he may be. I don't like it, but I think it's the only way. The books and you're like, yo, what was it like back then? Yeah, we're in the back then. That's all of us. My history's terrible now, I've realized. Because they record everything that is said at the White House. It is kept for posterity. All right? So that means in like 300 years, there'll be scholars studying old presidents and the White House, and they'll be like, what was it like 300 years ago? You're like, I don't know, but the Grammys host was terrible. Yes, a total loser, apparently. And a bunny was performing at the Super Bowl. Also terrible. Absolutely terrible. What a time. You know, the weird thing about living through history is it's so much less predictable when you are the one doing it. Like, when you read history or when we're taught history, it is often presented as if it was inevitable. You read the stories, you assume that is how they would have always ended because that's how they ended. Like, if I asked most people, do you think the Nazis will always lose the war? They'd be like, yeah, of course the Nazis would always lose the war. And yet, at the time, the people who were fighting the war thought that the Nazis were going to win. There was a moment when it seemed like it was in their favor. When you're in history, it's a completely different gambit. Like, whenever I'm in Washington, D.C., I like to go and visit the National Museum of African American History and Culture. And if you've never been, let me tell you, it is one of the most profound experiences you will ever have in your life. It is a museum unlike any other I've ever been to, for a few reasons, you know. One is, it is as complete a telling as is possible. That flies into our orbit, or that massive thing that blocks out the sun. They have a giant speaker under the ship that plays the music. It creates the ambiance. Yeah, there's one alien on the inside playing a little organ. He's just like, they're not ready for this one, B. Ha-ha, yeah. And then they park the ship outside, and they send a little scout ship down to give us the bad news. The one that lands like, boom, and they come out, take me to your leader. All right, and they meet the leader, kill the leader, and then it's done. Yeah, they normally pick the most annoying alien for that job. Right? You got to be a specific type of entitled to just believe you can speak to the leader. Like, who are you? So on the alien ship, they'll normally pick the Karen alien. They'll be like, all right, chatting to each other like,
who are we gonna send down to this planet? Listen, Karen, she's the best for this. Karen, you're going down. Oh my God, why is it always me? I hate this so much. You guys are always sending me. I can't believe this. I want to speak to the manager. She's perfect.
They send that alien down and give us the bad news. With Trump, we have hope, but we have to act quick, people, real quick. As soon as they tell us aliens are here, NASA tells us they've reached our orbit, we act together as a planet. And what we need to do is we make Donald Trump king of the world. I see some of you are confused. The good news is he won't ask any questions. All right? We just go to the White House, we're like, Mr. Trump, you are now king of the world. And he'd be like, I knew it, yeah. And then we give him a little Burger King crown, and then we go and wait for the aliens outside. Aliens land, they come out, that one is just like,
Take me to your leader.
and we're like, yes, welcome to Earth. Come on, come meet the leader. Come meet the leader. Come meet the leader.
Take me now.
Yeah, of course. We're gonna take you there. How you doing, by the way? You looking good. You on Ozempic? What's going on there? You looking great. Come on, come meet the leader. We get to the White House. And we're like, King Trump. This is the alien. Alien, this is King Trump.
Are you the ruler of this planet?
And be like, that's right. I'm the ruler of this planet. Planet Earth, or as I call her, Big Blue. Beautiful, beautiful blue, floating up in space. She's up there spinning around, spinning so fast. You know, they say we're spinning. I never felt it, but they say we're spinning. We're spinning around, folks, spinning so fast. And we're up there in space. We got a beautiful axis right through the middle of the planet. A big, beautiful, long axis. They don't make axes like that anymore. They really don't. They really don't. And we got that axis, and it's tilted, you know. It's tilted. If I was in charge, I would have straightened it right out. Right out. But that's okay. That's okay. Thanks, Obama. And it's up there, floating up in space. A beautiful planet, beautiful blue. We got a tiny moon. Did you see the moon? A beautiful moon. A beautiful moon. Looks like a nipple on a boob. That's what it looks like. Like one boob floating in space. Should be two. I always say two boobs. Better than one. Better than one, but one better than none. Can I say boobs? I said it, folks. I said boobs. And I'm the ruler of this planet. What do you want? What do you need? What can I do for you?
They'd be like, beep, sorry, we didn't know it was already invaded. Boop, boop, beep, beep. Beep, boop, beep, beep.
And that's how we survive. Be honest, we wouldn't be shocked if we found out he was an alien. I actually think we'd be relieved. You know, people are like, oh my God, that explains it. Yeah, if two aliens that looked exactly like him, like a mom and dad version of him, came down and they landed on the planet, they're like,
Help us, we left our son here many decades ago. Where's our baby? Where's our baby?
we'd be like, come on. Can't get your baby. Because he is, man. He's out of this world. And now, we are living through history. Do you ever think about that? Like, we are all living through history. And not like history, like just time that passed, you know, like this, because there's that boring history, like,